If I can say one more thing that I think is super
Yes,
interesting,
of course.
what's at least for me, what's really nice about traveling is a lot of the time you end up meeting people you wouldn't normally meet in your day-to-day life.
Yes.
And I think a lot
Mhm.
of the power of it comes from there. Because we all have like our circle of friends and we all end up getting surrounded with people that resemble us in some way.
Yes.
And I think getting to meet someone that is entirely like out of context is can be
Yeah.
quite powerful. So
We are going to do just a little ping pong. One question, two perspectives, no overthinking, whatever comes
Mhm.
first to your mind. And whoever wants to go first, you can just go. No worries. Are we ready?
Yes,
yeah.
we are.
Let's do it. Wait, great. So, first question. If you had to explain to someone what travel and spending time with people you are just meeting for the very first time feels like, how would you describe it?
For me, it's all about discovery, surprises, openness as well. Like, I don't know, first time I'm meeting up with someone that I have never met before, I'm always very curious about the background, about the life story behind it, and um, I don't know. Usually, I'm very open to welcome any information, and it always feels like kind of exciting because it's new, it's beautiful,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
so yeah, I think those are the words that come to mind when I think of traveling and meeting someone for the first time.
I love
For
it.
me, I was gonna say to
Okay.
build on what Sarah said, I think it's that. So I think probably learning would be one of the things that would come to me. I think
Mhm.
we've all grown up with such different backgrounds and experiences, and there's so much kind of life that we
Yes,
can exchange upon and we can learn from each other that I find that incredibly beautiful. As well as connection.
Yeah,
yes,
for
Um,
sure.
I think communicating with someone that you've recently met or while traveling, especially if you're like in a place where we're relaxed, creates a very deep connection. That's definitely for me as well.
true. When you arrive in a new place, what makes you feel like, okay, I'm safe. I can relax here because sometimes
I don't think I have something.
Question.
I think it's perfectly fine to not feel relaxed from the beginning.
Yeah.
And I
okay.
think it's just moments like when you interact with some people or when you're in a certain place or when you look at a beautiful view or I don't know, a sky full
Yeah.
of stars or something, it can make you feel at ease. So for me, I
Mm.
think part of traveling is the discomfort of not knowing exactly how it's gonna feel from the beginning and the joy that comes with that as well. So
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. It's usually scary, but also exciting at the same time. Um, I always uh, tell myself that I can decide whatever I want, and that always brings me kind of a lot of reassurance that
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I'm I'm a pretty optimistic person, so usually and
Yeah.
quite open, and I feel there's always some common ground. So I always know that I can get back on my feet, and if so, some situations might be a little bit uncomfortable at the beginning, but I trust myself to be able to, I don't know, to manage any conversation, any meeting, and also if I don't feel good in some place, I also have the power to just leave, even though it doesn't happen much, because I think
Yes.
there's always something to learn from any kind of situation, or yeah, or when you meet in someone. But yeah.
This is just for fun. So what would you say it's your kind of people? But meaning like, when maybe you're sharing a meal and someone says, I'm going to leave room for dessert, it's a non-negotiable, and you say like, that's my kind of people? Those kind of things. What's your kind of
Yeah.
people?
I don't know. The first one that came to mind, but maybe because you were talking about food, but I was like someone who eats eggs and avocado. That's okay. That's my
Avocado
kind of people.
toast.
Like I need a savory breakfast, and But maybe that's because we were talking about food, and that's the first thing that came to mind. I was like, oh yeah, savory food.
Yes,
Like, yeah,
avocado toast.
yeah,
To
let
be
me think
fair,
of
for me, it
something
was the
else.
same. The moment you said like leave room for dessert, I was like in my head, I'm like, people did get excited about food. Like I can talk about food and like cooking and baking and all of that for hours.
Yeah.
Definitely.
What small detail can completely change an experience for you? Hopefully in a good way.
I don't know if it's like a small, I think, and I think kind of touches on what you were saying. Um, the way people pay attention to each other and are like caring for each other, I think that's incredibly mindful. And I know, for example, like it's something that you see a lot in Colivings as well. Like if you know someone's having a rough week or like there's a lot of things happening with work or whatever, just bringing them a tea or like helping them clean up something or offering to make dinner
Yeah,
together. I think these kind of little connections are really, really wonderful.
Mhm.
So,
yeah,
Yeah.
that's
I,
great.
I also see it when people are living together, and especially in like a group of people. Sometimes we all have off days where we feel a little bit off, or that might be a little bit more difficult. And sometimes it's just like someone that sees that, because when the group
Yeah,
dynamic is vibing high, and you're feeling like, like today it's hard for me to be in that same vibe and high energy. Sometimes there's just one person, and that all it that is all it takes,
yeah.
that sees you and just either puts like a hand on your shoulder, on your back, and like, are you okay? Or yeah, and I think that's really beautiful. Yeah.
What dreaming, not when you are sleeping, right? Like the other kind of dreaming means to you.
Oh, okay. Um, Dreaming for me is uh for me, connecting to my dream is like my inner compass. I feel it's guiding me through the right direction. That if I connect to my dreams, I know, or every time I did at least, and I try to do so every day, is it's
Yeah.
guiding me to the right destination, the right places. It
Mm.
makes me meet the right people, like Bianca that I've met just
Yeah.
a few months ago, even you,
Yeah.
Vale. I mean, um, I'm pretty sure you've been put on my path because I was connecting to my dreams, and that is not
That's
random.
nice.
So yeah,
Mhm.
that's what is dreaming to me. It's like guiding you through life and through different things you have to experience that will get you one step closer to living the dream. And actually, the dream is already the journey. It's also all those little encounters on the way, all those beautiful shared moments,
Yeah.
or the places you've been to that have led you to certain experiences, people. And yeah, so that would be dreaming for me.
I love
such a
it.
beautiful
Thank
answer.
you. Yes.
Yeah.
Um, for me, I would say it would be probably connecting with a form of inner child. I think when we dream, everything is possible, and like you don't
Hmm.
have these kind of like boundaries or limits or all these things we learn like going through the world as adults. And
Yeah.
I think kind of reconnecting to that idea of possibility and that idea of being able to do everything you want and building around it.
Yeah.
For me, that's what it
Yes.
is for me. So.
Hmm.
Yes.
I couldn't agree
For me
more.
too. Yes. For me too. Like I feel like for me, I'm not in the interview, but I want to say it anyway. For me, dreaming is allowing yourself to be whoever you want to be in this world.
Yeah.
That- that-
Yeah.
Let's say that. Okay, so I got distracted. Number six. Okay, this one is fun. Should be fun. What's one secret talent or something that you do pretty well, but not a lot of people know about?
I'm not like
Mine.
if I do something well, there's likelihood someone will know it. I love how to cook and people know that, but I don't think I
Yeah.
have things that I like secretly do well. I have things that I secretly do very bad. Like I play like a ton of musical instruments very poorly, and that's on me. But I think as a secret, not much. I don't know, so
Yeah.
if you have something. But...
Yeah. I'm also an open book. But it's funny you're talking about talents. We just had a little talent show yesterday with all the Colivers here, and it was
Really?
quite fun. And yeah. But there was a little bit of everything, and I don't know. Usually, when I have to think of a talent, I think it's just my way of maybe connecting with people, and also the foreign languages. I love juggling with, but I know you have that talent too, Bianca. You speak many languages, but for me, like, yeah, being able to communicate with um, people from all over the world and practice my foreign languages, that's like, yeah, or bringing people together, that would be my talents, I would say.
That's perfect. I love those talents. Yes. If you had this one, I like this one because I want like both perspectives for, I would say the question. If you had to
Mhm.
describe La Casita de la Magia, an enchanted co-living in just a few words, but not, not like the polished version that we use on the website and the value and that, but actually how
Mhm.
you feel about both. What would you say? How would you describe La Casita and Enchanted?
So we both describe
Yeah,
both, right? Yeah.
yeah.
Mhm. Um, I would say Enchanted Co-Living, even I'm so excited because I'm gonna tell everyone, but I haven't personally been yet, so I will be discovering at the same time as you guys. But for me, it's like this cozy place made with love where the garden, the kitchen, has like a big place, a big space, and is very important because I don't know, it's whenever I see and I imagine and I visualize your garden, Bianca, I really imagine like cozy little corners, but also nature that is not, when it's still a little bit wild and not too cleaned up. And that's what I like about like a little bit wild. Um, but
Yeah.
then with, yeah, wild flowers and then the chickens that walk around. And I don't know, just feel a feeling of being at home and that we're just a bunch of friends living together and sharing moments around food and shared
Perfect.
values, and that we have long conversations. That's how I imagine Enchanted Co-Living. Um, and La Casita for me, yeah, it's about spreading positive energy, reconnecting with our sense of wonder. And you were talking about what dreaming meant to you, Bianca, but it is about also reconnecting with your inner child and um, because reconnecting with your dreams, you can do it in many ways. But for me, it's bringing connection, playfulness, and creativity. Creativity is a huge part of it
Yeah,
into the whole experience. So that's how I would describe La Casita. Yeah, it's all those things
love it.
together. Yeah.
For me, I haven't been to La Casita yet either. La Casita's coming here, actually.
Yeah.
But for me, it feels like the way I see this experience, it feels a little bit like, in like books or like fantasy films or whatever. You have someone going on this journey, and then you have
Yeah.
like a little guide that's like, hey, did you think about looking behind that tree? Maybe whatever, there's a riddle, there's an answer. And by
Yeah.
the end of it, something changed, and like they've learned
Mm.
something about the world, about themselves, about what makes them happy. And I think
Yeah.
it's a little bit that journey, like you kind of open
Yeah.
this magical door into this journey, and by the end of it, depending on how you want to connect to things, something's gonna change along the way. So that would be the casita for
Mhm.
me.
Yeah.
And in terms of Enchanted, it's what I try for it to be. I don't think I'm the most unbiased person to have an opinion on this, but like what I'm trying to make here is really a space that's calm, a space that's cozy, a space where people can like connect and like reconnect with themselves. And I think that's one of the reasons that like these two things put together made so much sense. And
Yeah.
I love the fact that the garden's not like manicured as well. It was on my list of
Yes.
things that I wanted.
Yes.
I mean, I did spent like so many hours to get it ready recently. But yeah, I want to keep like kind of the wild side, naturey side to it as well. And there's books and there's food and there's like the market and I don't know, all of that. So yeah,
Yeah, I just want
I
to
love
react
it.
to what you said about slowing down. And I think that's also one thing that when I heard about Enchanted, that's immediately drawn me to it. Um, because yeah, I think slowing down is so important, especially now. And I think that's why we also are very aligned with both projects. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, I
definitely.
feel the same. I love those
Mhm.
descriptions,
Yeah.
both sides.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Last question, it was so fast. What does co-living mean to you?
Um,
Good ones. It's sometimes hard to answer.
So many
I know,
things. I
but
think it depends. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think the part of commu like I like the idea of like thinking that people used to live together and like everyone's gonna be good at different things. Everyone's gonna know different things, care about different things. And I think when you live in a community, it can kind of bring out the best in people.
Mhm.
And like there's an exchange of skills. There's an exchange of a lot of things. Like I love cooking. The amount of like cooking I know it's probably the eighth time I'm saying it just in this video, but it's okay. The amount of stuff that I've learned, like from the way people cook, from ingredients, from spices, and I think it's that at a bigger like life scale, not just in the kitchen.
Mhm.
It's an exchange of like experiences and tool and words and board games,
Yeah.
strategies or whatever. And yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, I couldn't agree
I think
more.
that's
And also I think because I've always lived with people. Like even as a student or I never really lived more alone more than 2 months maybe. Um but with a co-living it's different in the sense that I think it's the being more intentional about living together. And I also see it as a big playground where you can learn so many things. You can anything you want to share, or because you were talking about uh, sharing skills and um, the number of things I've tried because I felt safe in this. Um, yeah, it feels like living with your family, and everyone is trying out new things. And even if you're not ready or you don't feel ready to share something, you just try. And people are great at supporting each other. So there's always, yeah, the word support comes to mind when I think of co-living, and yeah, this the really the family vibe as well, and trying new things, learning, and yeah, sharing, connection, all of that.
That's very nice. Like every time I talk with you both, like I feel like I really need to experience go to a co-living and experience. Well, that
we
was
know about
it.
this thing in April. If you want
I
to hear
really
about
want to
it,
add.
we might be able to tell you some stuff.
Mhm.
Yes, I want to go. Like I'm going to try my best, honestly. But wait, this to me this was fun. Hopefully it was fun for you too.
Oh,
uh, I I want to say that okay, I first met you both separately. I've shared like a couple of coffee chats with you both. When you mentioned, I already said it, like bringing this experience together, it made sense like immediately. I think that you both have this like soft magic, and I feel like people deserve to have this experience, like putting all the ingredients together to just to leave something beautiful and powerful. I don't know, like I really wanted to share the energy and the vibe you both have, how how you make the conversation and everything feel. I haven't also visited yet Enchanted or experienced an activity from La Casita, but I just know it's going to be beautiful.
it's going to
And
happen. And I know it's going to happen. We will meet one day in person. Maybe not
yes,
this April,
we
well, who
will.
knows? But I'm sure we will
Who knows?
meet. Yeah.
It's still February, almost February. How is it? But
Hmm.
there's still time. We don't know. Okay,
The
before
sun came out the moment you said we'll meet each other. Just saying.
really
So
signs,
little
I
things,
trust signs.
but
Yes, little
Mhm.
things. I love for you to just, before we to wrap up the conversation, to invite people to tell them what this is going to be, and we are going to be sharing all the details in the caption and we'll share the video, but just, an invite from you.
Yeah. For during 1 month, we are going to host in Enchanted Coliving in France, a month immersive experience that's called The Journey of a Dream. Um, to be honest, I create in the flow. So it's hard for me to say exactly what's going to happen, but it's all going to be about reconnecting with your dreams, your inner child,
Yay.
with a lot of playfulness, creativity, and a lot of connection because we're going to have also some cozy, but in the meantime, also just life at the co-living continues. So it's not going to be a full pact. It's going to be gentle, slow, and hopefully magical. That's the intention behind it.
Yeah.
I think from like an enchanted co-living perspective, as we were mentioning, there's a very big garden, there's a
Yes.
co-working space, massive library, a lot of reading corners. There's of course Penelope, who's like our star chicken. There's more than one chicken, but she's the best. And yeah, market trips every week. It's very like
Mm.
French countryside. Probably a lot of baked goods and like croissants and all of that. So there's yeah, I I think yeah, food definitely, and
I
we
love
can
it.
bike
I'm
around here. You
excited.
can do a lot of things. So from
Yeah,
that, yeah,
Yeah,
I'm excited.
I'm
Well,
so
thank
excited.
you. Thank you. Thank you so,
Thank
thank
so
you.
much. And hopefully I'll
thank you,
see you
Vale.
in April, or I don't know when, but I really want to meet you both in person. And well,
Looking
talk to
forward
you.
to it.
Me too.
Yes.
Yeah, me too.